Hello, everybody. It is me, Briskatuzi, and today we are here reviewing episode 6 of Citrus. Now, this episode was, if you wouldn't believe it, from the manga, from the volume 2 that I have. This was the two last chapters of the book. They literally made two chapters into one episode, which is pretty funny if you think about it. But most animes these days are like they like to spread it open, but this episode this episode was this episode was pretty good, and honestly, like this episode was really well made. I have no idea what they did, but this episode was just so like the music, the voice acting, some of the scenes, some of the shots. To be honest, even the opening song they make the opening song longer and longer because if you watch the first opening from the first episode, the opening is like when you're watching like the fast scenes near the ending, they go by so fast. But now you like some scenes are like stretched out a little bit longer, so you're just like, what's even going on? So most of the stuff that was covered in this episode is basically us just seeing Mei dealing with her father and stuff like that, dealing with the old sensei. And that storyline, even though that it's only two chapters, it was a storyline that we saw last episode and it got resolved in the next episode, which some people might think is too quick, but this is a 12 episode anime that they made it into, so that's pretty much where we're at right now. And I think the manga, I think that even in Japanese, I think it's only at what, 8 or 9 volumes right now, maybe only 8. But all I know is that in English it's at 7 right now, or it's going to be 7 in a couple days for me where I live. And honestly, I really enjoy this episode. For some reason, like I said, this episode seemed really good. I didn't really notice, but the animation or just like the art, I think it's growing on me because like the cynic in me was thinking that the series was generic and kind of plain, but I don't know why, but the way that the eyes look, the way that they shade and color things, like it feels so bubbly and things like that. So I think that this episode was pretty good, and I pretty much enjoyed some of the scenes. We also got to see Mei try to force herself on Yuzu again, which is something that we've seen before. A lot of people think that it's without consent, which is it sort of is without consent because Yuzu isn't saying yes to it. But to be honest, when I first saw it, I think that Yuzu kind of wanted it back in the first episode where Mei's forcing herself on Yuzu. I'm pretty sure that Yuzu kind of wanted it, but then they made that scene a little bit longer than it was in the manga, so you don't really know. But we saw her retaliate. I think this is the second time that she retaliated against Mei. I think in a previous episode she like pushed her off and then they just cried together. I think that was during the Krampus stuff in the second episode. But then we see her slap Mei, and that scene was pretty much adapted perfectly, and it was a pretty good scene, and I really enjoyed how you don't really know what's going on, but Mei was was just like shocked, but then later on you see that Yuzu was also shocked, and it is funny because Yuzu's character is like a stupid character, but then at the same time she does smart things and I think that that's what makes her a pretty compelling character for some people, especially me. I think that's pretty much it. There's also Harumine. Harumine is still my favorite character all the way up until I think book 5. Harumine is a pretty awesome character, especially with stuff that comes up soon. I think that it's going to no, she's going to be a part for the couple episodes, but I think she dies down a little bit in the incoming episodes, and then she starts picking up around I think episode 11 or 12, maybe even past that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's happening this episode. Wait, we also got introduced to the newest character at the ending of at the ending of the episode. We saw that girl. We saw the pink haired girl. The character's name. I don't think they said her name. No, they did. I forgot her name. I have no idea what her name is. I need to look through the episode. I'm looking through the episode right now. What's her name again? Oh, Matsuri. Yeah, Matsuri. I honestly love her design, with her sweater over her school clothes and also her headphones. That's such like a pretty cool design, and I also like it how she tries to be like Yuzu by dyeing her hair because you see in her cell phone that she used to have black hair and blue eyes or purple eyes, and then instead of having black hair, she has pink hair because she wants to be like Yuzu, even though that Yuzu was trying to be a popular. She's like, it's weird because she is a popular girl, but at the same time she isn't, because usually it's either a popular girl is a popular girl or she's a mean girl, where she's like a little bit bitchy. But I think that this character, I can't wait to see her in the next few episodes. This is a character that I hate, but I guess hate in a way that you hate the way that the character is. But honestly, love it. I also loved reading because like I've said in my previous reviews, I like to look through the book as I'm watching this series, and I love it that this is the type of manga where when you go to the past to the last pages, it has like a little short. I wish that they did like the little shorts that they have in these mangas, like at the ending of the episode, like maybe like before the preview. But the studio probably just didn't have enough time. Studios usually don't have enough time if they're working on multiple series. So yeah, though wait, there's also the ending at the before the Matsuri stuff. They also showed Yuzu and Mei kissing for the first time when Mei was looking through her father's letters that she like was ignoring because of trauma to her head. I guess it's a slight trauma. I guess everyone deals with things differently, but that was a pretty intense kiss. You can interpret it as like is them like it was a parallel to what happened before in the episode where they're both trying where before Yuzu got mad at Mei because Mei was like forcing herself on her and she wasn't really feeling anything, but this time they were both in the right mood, they were both feeling the same thing, so then they both were able to have like a connection as they kissed. And to be honest, that kiss looked pretty good too. To be honest, the quality in those lips and that kiss reminded me of uh what is it? It's the my girlfriend is a virgin, that like that series, like the type of like lips that they use, especially the lips that they use in that series. I think they kissed in that like anime that has like a 5 out of 10 on my anime list, but I think that's probably it. I think, yeah, oh, I love the father even more, like May's father in this series, even more than I did in the manga because like I love the voice actor that they picked. I remember his voice and stuff like that. I also love that he got May a cute little teddy bear and that he even got her like what a full bag of like 20 puddings. It was pretty interesting to see. And this episode was, like I said, pretty good. That's pretty much the ending of my review. And yeah, that's pretty much. I think I covered everything. So that's pretty much what I thought about this episode. It was pretty good, and and this episode just seemed really amazing to me for some reason. I think that they just adapted it correctly. Some scenes look good, and that's pretty much all I have to say. And yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this review. Hope you have enjoyed what I talked about and the comparisons that I made and stuff that I talked about. And yeah, so if you like this video, leave a like, dislike this video, or tell me in the comment section what I can do to improve on my reviews. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.